Yes, I was mentioning that your leads, your guitar leads, and always have a synth lead doing basically the same thing that the lead guitar is doing to reinforce um, the melodies of the song that I want to be present. And I also have the strings doing the same thing or harmonizing the um, the lead guitars, and I have my bells accenting the lead guitar is exactly what it's doing. So 1 second, I'm gonna show you exactly what I mean. So yeah, your lead guitars has to hit those melody lines. Your like I said, it depends on the person, but for me, the lead synth has to be present. Also, backing up the lead guitar, I have my strings could either doing the same line or doing the line, but harmonizing that same line. And I have my bells accenting the different points that I feel like needs to be accented. So, like I said, all those come to arranging, like knowing sounds, knowing what works together, your synth, your leads, your strings, your bells, all those basically bring your sound, your arrangement together. It glues everything together to basically give you a sound that you hear what's going on. When you arrange it, you want to hear exactly. You want the listener to hear what you had in your mind or what you had that you came up with. You want them to understand what's going on. Your lines, your chords. You want them to understand what's going on and not be everything not being heard, not being felt. You could say also. So yeah. So transition into the solo, and after that we have the vent part, the Madoreo. So let's listen to that again, and I'm gonna explain that part, that section. So remember, as I said before, that when you want to lift up a section, you could basically add different elements to your loops to basically give your sections a boost. So in that section, I added a tambourine to basically boost up that section. So I added tambourine actually starting on the guitar solo section. So we started there, and after that, I added a clap on the second part of uh, of the vamp. So just a tambourine alone boost up or live up your sections. Yeah, right there. When it came to the Madoripa, I added the clap to give it more live another time. So I added the tambourine. Now the clap comes in. So they basically added another element to the section to basically make it more live. The other thing also on that part, the vent part, is that I basically added the same transitions from before from when I came in, the guitar solo is the same transitions that's here. I did the motif transition. So at first I did the counter melody transition, you could say. The counter melody transition, and after that I did motif transition. So it's like I basically swapped them back and forth on basically one bar or two bars is the counter melody, the other bar is the motif. So let's hear that again. Counter transition. And the part again after that is gonna be the motif transition. See, the next section is basically the vamp, but I wanted now the chorus to change. I wanted now the chorus to basically drive the song to the regular chorus. Right now, it's basically holding the six, and we're just stomping on the six. Now, I wanted to get out of that because after a while it becomes monotonous. You want to basically go into another section to basically show the chords of the song, basically, and get to the another part that's doing the same thing. That the singers are singing the same thing, but to drive it home of the song. So, in next section, what? Okay, let's get to the production side right now. Okay, after you basically done arranging your song, and you have an idea how you want it to sound, you have an idea how you want the end product to be. Now, let's get into the production side. You need to have great, extremely good musicians that could also see the end result of the song. Even though when I sing a song, I try not to give the most musical ideas inside the track as possible. So before when I first started arranging, I used to only send loops, a piano track, and probably an organ track. But now I try to give the most musical info possible when I send a track out. So I have already the piano track done, the lead track done especially, so my guitar could know exactly what I want on those leads. So they could do this. I basically send my guitar player, I tell him like the lead that you hear, do exactly what the lead is doing, the synth lead. And you add the chords, you add the rhythm guitar, the electric, regular electric guitar, and the rhythm guitar. Sorry about that. So you add those in, but the lead guitar, I need you to hit those lead lines with me with the synth that it's doing. So your musicians that you hire, because producing is basically that, you hiring now the musicians to basically bring the arrangements and bring the track to life. So you need to work with people that you know that are capable. One, that's first thing, but also could see the end result of the track, even though they don't have the track fully in front of you, because you're sending out the tracks to people most of the people that I work with are either United States or not even here in Montreal. So I can't directly be there live with them when they're tracking to tell them exactly what to do. So I try to give them the most info musically possible, even though I talk to them over the phone, FaceTime, whatever, and I basically tell them what I want. At the same time, I tell them what I want, but I always want them to be them on the track. Whatever they hear, I want to hear them on the track. I'm gonna give you what I want. I'm gonna tell you exactly my vision towards the arrangements that I see. At the same time, I want your feels on the track. I don't want you to be a robot to what I'm telling you. That's why I always tell my guitarist or my bassist, my drummer, I want to hear you, bro, because I've heard you before. I've seen you work. I've seen you play. So I want to hear you if I'm hiring you on the track. I don't want you to basically go by exactly what I'm telling you, because a lot of times, like, I feel like the arrangers are too much on the track. They basically arrange and they very robotic on what they want the musicians to be. I don't want to be like that. I want, when I'm hearing what you played, it's like, bro, what you did was it brought the track to another level that I even see where it was going. I want, when I hear your guitars or your drums, your bass, I want whatever you played to enhance what I told you, because you seen exactly what needed to be added without me telling you exactly what I mean, like that. So I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you the information that I want on the track. For sure, there's parts that needs to be there. The lead parts, it needs to be there. We can't miss them. But I want to hear you bring the track to another level. I'm like, bro, you killed that. You know what I mean? So, one, your musicians gotta be capable. Two, your musicians gotta see the end results. And what could I say? Three.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
That's Google Play. So your musicians gotta be capable. They have to see the end results, and you basically gotta let them. I let them be them on the tracks. I tell my musicians to be them when I'm hiring them. So yeah, that's it, man. Like on this part right here, what I love what the drummer did, instead of the snare being on the 4, he had the snare. I think it's on the 5. Don't take me at my word. Maybe it might be another measure, but he added. I'm gonna solo the drums and my keyboard to see exactly what I mean. Like before, he was he was doing that, but he changed the snare, and I thought that was so clever of that part. So piano. I'm gonna add the bass also. Right? See how he changed the snare? I thought it was so clever the way he did that. So I'm gonna let you listen to it in full context to see what I mean. So yeah, I thought it was so clever when I got the track and I seen that he added the snare on like not on on where it's supposed to be at usually. I thought it was so dope when I heard that. I'm like, bro, that was nice. So that's what I mean by stuff like that. Like I give them the instructions of the track, but at the same time I want them to be them. Whatever see that's better or fits better, let's go. Like a lot of times I receive a track, it's not exactly what I ask the drummer or the keyboardist or the guitarist or aux whatever to do. But at the same time, I feel like it's better than what I told them. I don't ask them to recut. I'm like, bro, it's perfect. Even though I give them an idea what to do, they even send more than what I asked them. That's what I mean. Like when you're hiring musicians, you need to have the musicians that basically could see your idea and add some stuff to it that makes it even better. And I don't try to box my the musicians that I hire. I don't box them in to basically be robotic on the track. I let them be them. I tell my guitarist, bro, track what I tell you to do, but at the same time, anything that pops in your head, lay it down and send it to me. If I see fit, I'm gonna let it ride. If not, then whatever. You know what I mean? So I let my musicians be them when I'm hiring them. Yo, like, do you, man? I want to hear you. It's I always tell you that, like, bro, I want you to track the song, but at the end of the day, I want to hear you because I know what your capacities is. You're capable of doing the job, so I want to hear you at the end of the day. And remember, I told you in the beginning that for the guitar, the second part, da 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 da. So basically, like I said, I try to send my musicians the most musical info as possible. Remember, like when I first started, I used to track out the whole thing. I used to track out bass, drums, everything, and I sent it to the guys to basically track over. I find that was so time consuming, so I stopped doing that. So if I have a line or something that I seriously want even the bass or the drums to do exactly what's in my head or to give them the notes or whatever, if they can pick, if I have the bass, if I'm doing my chorus and I have the bass, I see exactly what I want the bass to do at that part, and not let the bassist interpret exactly what I want the bass to do at that part. I basically send them like a dummy bass track on that specific track, specific part. I mean, so on that da-da-da-da part, I basically send like a dummy guitar part to my guitarist to basically tell him like that line, bro. I need that line because that line, when I heard it, when I was at work and I heard it in my head for the idea, I'm like, that line has to be there. He knocked it out perfectly. So, like I said, when hiring the musicians, you basically have to send them the most infos musically as possible, while also getting to talk to them. Let them know exactly how you want the track to sound. Give them the most possible. Try to track out the most information on the track possible. Your strings, I try to basically like give them. I try to track everything before I send it to them nowadays. So I track my synth, my bells, my effects, my organ if I'm doing more organ myself, or if I'm hiring somebody else to do it also. On this track I did the organ myself. My pads, everything musically, I try to give them the most possible so they could feel the energy of the track, even though they don't have the drums yet or the bass yet. So I try to give the most info musically possible before I send the track out. So yeah, so I do that. I talk to them on the phone. I give them the ideas. I give them the what I see in the end results, and we go from there. And like I said, usually the musicians that I work with, they always come. It's rare that I reject a track or tell them that we cut this or we cut that. It's extremely rare that I do that. I let them know exactly what I want, and they always come through. So yeah, let me see what else. And as I said, man, when you're arranging, the extra sounds what makes the tracks, the make the arrangements come out. Like I said, your loops, your effects, Your effects could be some different paths that's doing some extra effects to lead into your sections also. Let me show you what I mean by that. So stay right here. So it's like a filter pad that opens up. It basically like comes up before the one of your track. It basically opens up, and when it hits, it falls out. And basically also the bells adds to that also. Let me show you. So the basically when that filter closes, that's when the one comes in. So all those add to your track, man. It makes your track pretty, your effects, and all those. Like, you don't hear it. Me, I hear it because I know exactly how the track is supposed to sound. The effects is not supposed to be heard, it's supposed to be felt. So it's like you don't hear it, you really hear it, it's in the background. But when I muted it, I could see something was not there. I'm gonna let you listen to it, and you're gonna see like something is missing. I'm gonna add it, and I'm gonna use the same part, and you're gonna see something is missing. Now I'm gonna mute it. You're gonna see something is missing now. I don't know if you heard it, but I definitely felt like something is missing. Even though it's not loud on the track, but I definitely felt like something was missing. But yeah, we're getting towards the end now. Yeah, like I try to give you as much information that I could think of when you're arranging the track, and also when you producing the track. Like I said, your sounds matter. Your bank of sounds matter. Your banks of samples matter when you're arranging. Your ideas, your lead sounds, your melody lines matters when you're arranging. Transitions matters a lot when you're arranging. How to get good at transitions and melodies, man. Listen to a lot of songs, not just gospel song. Listen to a lot of different genres. Country, I listen to a lot of country, man. I listen to compa, of course. I'm Haitian. Gospel for sure, pop, R&B, everything, man. Listen to everything. So because when you listen to everything, you could take from a lot of ideas and a lot of inspirations when you have a lot of different things that you listen to. And you're not just stuck to just gospel or whatever. For sure, gospel is my main thing that I listen to, but at the same time, I try to be diverse in what I listen to, so it gives me more inspirations to create, to have ideas, because everything that's already out has been done already. So you're basically creating on top of what is already out. So if you want to have inspirations to do things, listen to a lot of music, man. Listen to different genres, a lot of music. Listen to everything so you could get ideas. Yeah. Let me see if anything else that I didn't go over. Sorry about the noise. I think I covered everything that I need to cover. Yeah, like I said, your sounds matter. Once you're done arranging, and now you're trying. So in conclusion, like I said, sounds matter. You need to have a vast library of sounds, a vast library of loops and samples. Make sure that once your arrangements is done, you hire the best musicians that you can, and add the most information on your track possible, so the musicians could know exactly where you're going with your arrangements. And have fun, man. Listen to songs, listen to a lot of genres to open your mind up to different ideas you want to put on the track. And at the end, that's what it is, man. I hope you were blessed by this. If you have any questions, let me know. Don't hesitate to contact me on Instagram, Jason Music, on YouTube, Jason Music, on Facebook, John Simplest. And if you're an artist, you're looking for anything to be done arrangement wise, producing, let me know. We could work together. So I'm hoping to hear from you. Have a great day. Be blessed.
Pour ça,